And today for our midday makeover, I'm joined here with Mike Wayne from Chemung Canal, who's here to talk a little bit on budgeting. Mike, thank you again for joining us.
Well, thanks, Samantha.
And I'll just kind of let you jump in. You know, we were talking about before, you know, people are either, you know, filing their taxes, getting their tax return back, you know, coming into a little bit of money. Best way to, you know, utilize that money and make it, you know, stretch further.
Well, this can be a real surprising time for people. They may turn out that they owe more than they expected, or they're going to get potentially a windfall back. Either way, it speaks to the importance of budgeting. And part of what we would suggest to people is that they consider actually creating a budget. A lot of people just do that off of the top of their head. They have no idea where their money's going. So one of the best techniques to consider is to write it down. Actually go through and for 6 to 8 weeks, jot down every spot where you spend your money. And you'll be amazed at where you're spending it, and then try to develop a plan. Try and figure out exactly from a written budget perspective where your financial priorities are from a spending, from a saving standpoint, and then trying to create a roadmap to go from there.
Great. All right. And now you're also saying, you know, knowing where your money's going. What, you know, what's the importance of that?
Well, lots of people have lots of unexpected things that pop up. Car repairs, maybe they have a home improvement need that pops up out of the blue, or even income taxes when they find out that they owe more than they thought that they would. So that's a great opportunity to kind of know what monies you have available, so that when something unique arises, its ugly head, you're able to be prepared and be able to deal with that. And so there are lots of ways to save money in your everyday life that people don't know about it. And we'll talk about just a couple of them. One of them is food. When you think about this, if you go out, if you work 50 weeks a year, 5 days a week, and you go out every day and you spend $10, that's $2,500. It may not seem a lot, but when you put it down on a piece of paper, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So what many people do as part of the budgeting process is they try and develop a plan where maybe they don't eat out 3 or 5 days a week. Maybe it's 3 days a week. Maybe they go out at night and they take leftovers to work the next day. Or maybe over the weekend they're cooking something big, a big pot of soup or chili or something big that they can then bring in. And again, it helps save a little bit of money. If you save $10 or $20 that week times 50 weeks, it's a lot of money. It really does add up.
Great.
Then there's things like if you're really looking for big ticket dollars, maybe it's time to find a roommate. You know, looking for somebody who can help with the utilities, with the rent, with the ongoing maintenance, and even the food, because it's easier to cook for 2 people than it is for one. And if you're an older person and maybe you've got some extra room in your house, maybe it's time to think about renting out a couple of rooms to somebody, maybe a family member, maybe a family friend, maybe a college student who's coming into town. So that can help reevaluate your budget and create maybe some large savings in a short period of time.
Great.
And the last one to think about is maybe your insurances. Sometimes if you combine your car insurance and your homeowners or renters insurance, you can get a little bit of a discount. Look at your deductibles and see what they are and what's the impact of increasing or decreasing them on your monthly premium. But being prepared that, you know, if you adjust your deductible and you have an accident, you're going to need some money to cover that cost.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Mike. And we will put all these tips up on our website and our Facebook, and so you can go and get those.